This month's strategy of the month is Fan and Pick. And Fan and Pick is a Kagan cooperative learning strategy, which means that this will work best in teams of 4. And all you need is a set of questions. And so person number 1 will take the cards and fan them and say, pick a card, any card. Person number 2 will pick the card and read it out loud. Person number 3 will then answer the question. And person number 4 will either praise or coach. And this is if this question has a right or wrong answer. So maybe it is a vocabulary question or a comprehension question, or maybe a math fact. And so if they get it wrong, they will coach them. If they get it right, they will praise them. Now, let's say that it's an open-ended question or maybe even a team building question. So here I have some team building questions and it says, what is your favorite TV program? What do you like about it? So in this case, since there's not a right or wrong answer, then person number 4 is going to paraphrase and restate what person number 3 said. And then the next round, you just rotate roles. So person number 2 will fan the cards and you'll continue on. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. I don't want you to think that you always have to have these beautiful color cards that have been laminated. Now, if you take the time to do that, these are going to last you forever. I probably used these in my classroom 15 years ago, and they're still going strong. But you don't need to do that. So you can do something as simple as pass out a worksheet to each team, have them cut those questions up, have them fan those strips out. You could also do something where maybe they have a set of cards at their table. You'll have to realize that you'll either need to put an ace in here for 1 or that you will skip number 1, but have them use these cards with maybe questions that are projected on the board, or maybe there's questions in their textbook or questions with a worksheet. If you don't want them to spend the time cutting them up, they could just pull these. Person number 1 would be in the cards. Person number 2 would say 4, and they would read question number 4. When you eat, I mix your food with chemicals made by your body, then I churn up your food into parts. What am I? Person number 3 would answer, and in this case, it has a right or wrong answer. So person number 4 would either praise or coach. So those are some different variations on how you could use fan and pick. This is going to increase participation because the lowest percentage of your class that should be participating at any given time is 25%. But yet there's going to be times where up to 100% are participating, especially if it's a math problem, everybody in the team is working it out. Or if it's a vocabulary prompt and you have everybody write down their answers, but only person number 3 is the person who shares their answer. So you can get up to 100% participation, but the minimal amount is 25%, which is pretty good, especially when you compare it to a time where you might just be calling on students and having them raise their hand, and the percentage is about 5%. So this is fan and pick, a great way to get students to interact with one another while reviewing content.